Hello, welcome to the Hug Nation.
All right, let's see if we're going live. I think we are. Let's make that go. Let's do that there. Let's do this here. And this is... Oh, no, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, that's working. There we go. Yes. Aha. Okay. Does my hair look okay? We ready to go? Good morning. Good morning, Brandy, and anyone else who joins us live. Good morning. Welcome. Please say hello and welcome to this day. And if I have something to say, I hope that I don't know where I lay, because that is fun to have some play. All right. It's been a long time since I've had a good morning song. Maybe my best is behind me. Maybe, I'm all washed up. That's the creative thought process, right? Oh, good morning and welcome to Love Morning. I'm kind of losing my enthusiasm for presence practice, but Love Morning still feels good. Who knows? I'm very much about immediacy these days. I got a trip planned next week, and I'm kind of like, this is my plan, but I am not attached to it. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Gerbot. Clearly, YouTube is better at letting people know that I'm live than Facebook is. Because, actually, I don't know if that's true. Good morning, Faith. Yay, and Faith says, thankful to be here live and hear the magnificent song. Love and hugs from Key West, Florida. Well, hello, Faith. Good morning. It is Friday. Good morning, Jackie. I was going to hit the road, and then I've postponed that. I'm leaving Sunday right now. And my plan is Mammoth, Reno, Tahoe, maybe Shasta. And then on the way home, depending on if I'm not exactly sure how I'll come home, I could maybe stop in San Francisco and visit some people. Or, I don't know. Or maybe I'll just, move to Oregon and just hire someone to put all my stuff in storage down here and take care of my houseplants and just never come back. I'm just saying. So what are you grateful for today? Corey is thankful for floating and meditation. Nice. I really got to experience a float tank. Oh, I think I left my remote control on. I got this cool Bluetooth remote control that I use for my phone to take selfies from a distance on a tripod. But I have to turn it on and off, otherwise the battery goes down. I took some pictures this morning because I wanted to make a little graphic I made a post about inner critic truce, making a truce with my inner critic. And I wanted to do a picture of me in two different poses, wearing two different clothes. So I put on a tie, and then I wore this and took two different pictures of myself, like looking at each other. It came out okay. But I'm grateful I have the technologies to have a creative expression like that. If I was more technically capable, I probably could have just had an AI create that for me. I'm starting to get more and more, I go in and out of how unsettled I am. Like I see these videos about, hey, if you click this, it will generate a script for you. You click this and you can have an AI person create a video that says this script. It's like, wow. I mean, I don't know how. I think I have a small window where like the unbottleable, the undigitally, you can't fake integrity, or they say, if you can fake integrity, then you can fake anything, or I don't know what the phrase is, but like there's something about the human energy, that like if you see someone play music live, it's different than listening to that record. And if you see someone live recite a poetry, it's different than hearing it. And I think that there's going to be a renaissance of appreciation for authentic human energy, because just like when we have a world where everything is mass produced, there is an appreciation for pottery, an appreciation for macrame, an appreciation for things that you can feel the energy of human creation. I think that we will have more of an appreciation for things like this. At least I hope so. Actually, I don't know. Does it matter? It's not like I'm making a fortune off this. I'm just, but I think that there will be a lot of people who are kind of going through the motions and regurgitating the Tony Robbins or the memes about self-growth, and we'll find very quickly that without some real heart behind it, we're going to be replaceable with easy to produce AI versions of content. I've heard people tell me that, like, oh yeah, content creator, like that window of that being like a job is going to go away. Hello, Crystal. Crystal is grateful for puppies. Always puppies. Oh my gosh, my friends just adopted a teeny tiny husky. Like, it was rescued from near the border, and so it was too young to be weaned, they said, but it's so freaking cute. Crystal is especially grateful for her puppies, Bailey and Bo. Crystal's also grateful for the end of the school year coming up in 2 weeks. Well, congratulations in advance. Painey is grateful for a new generator. I've been anchored off Malta for almost a month now, and a solid power supply is super nice, I bet. That's cool, man. You are definitely an inspiring adventurer. Thank you, Jackie and Faith. Let's see. Gearbot says, AI, so hot right now. No shade in Oregon. Corey's saying, has anyone ever experienced outer body? I don't think so. I don't think I know that term. Gearbot says, I am grateful to be living in such amazing times. It is, I feel so grateful that I'm living in these times, but I wasn't born into these times. I'm so grateful that my childhood was one pre-digital. I can remember when we got our first Pong video game at my house, and I can remember that my childhood was before that. My childhood was outside and, dirt bikes and getting banged up, and it felt safe to be outdoors and dirty, and it was screens was not a part of my growing up. There was TV, but TV was not on demand. It was no streaming, so there's nothing to watch that you enjoyed during the day. Like, if you stayed home from school and you could watch TV, it was like game shows and soap operas. Like, ugh. No cartoons until Saturday. Some on Sunday. Popeye was on Sunday. Brian is grateful for this connection that we all share. Thank you, Brian. Me too. Crystal's saying, if I stayed home, I had to watch PBS. Crystal also sharing, I've had traumatic dissociative moments that were out of body. Corey saying, I woke up from a nap yesterday and for a split second thought I was dead in a good way. Everything was peaceful and quiet and untouched. Ooh, interesting. Brandy is grateful it's warming up outside. Grateful to be here now. And she's missed us. Well, it's good to see you, Brandy. Gerbot says, my first computer was an Atari 800 and I had to learn how to program the VCR. Ooh, I can remember getting a VCR. We got it from Muntz Electronics down near Marina Boulevard. And we drove that far to rent videos. They had videos there. And they had one copy of each video. And I remember I so wanted to see Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. And somebody rented it, and I think they just lost it because it was never there. Every time we would go down, I'm like, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes! Nope. No such luck. Faith said she had an out-of-body experience when she was almost dead. I had a dream last night that I was in the stands watching something. I can't remember what we were watching now, but it was a huge crowd of people, and the crowd was super rowdy. It was like European football. It was like the crowd was a party. And for some reason, I had brought a folding chair to sit on, I don't know, for when I wasn't in my chair. I don't know exactly why I had the folding chair. But then once everybody sat down, I now had a chair that I had to kind of figure out what I was like. I was struggling to kind of make space for it in front of me. And the person in front of me was kind of like, it was a guy and his girlfriend. And he was kind of like messing with the chair. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm like trying not to bang them with the chair. And then I hear them talking and talking. And I overhear them and I'm like, and I was like, is there something I'm doing? Is there I kind of like offered, like, am I hindering your experience of this event? And the girl spins around, she goes, you smell. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is it like body odor? And she's like, I mean, that's the beginning of it. And I was like, oh my God, like, did I shit my pants or something? So I don't know. That's as far as the dream I remember. And as I say it out loud, I remember nobody ever appreciates somebody else's dream. It's never interesting to someone else. So my apologies for dragging you through my dream world. Victoria dreamt she was a rabbit, running, stressful, lots of running and looking for safety. Wow, I don't know if I've ever dreamt that I've been a non-human or not myself. Interesting. Well, this is Love Morning, a chance to be connected and remember that we are surrounded by like-minded, open-hearted people around the world. Sometimes we get a warped sense from the news or the people in the car next to us, and it feels like people are just no damn good. And so it's nice to get together and remember that there's lots of wonderful people. Some of them are just so beaten down by the message in the world that they're just keeping to themselves. So we can be the ones that kind of extend an olive branch and say, hey, good morning. Hi, good morning. It's so, I try to say good morning to everyone I pass when I do my morning walk jog. And it is so nice when somebody smiles and says good morning to me before I do. You know, it's like, oh, thank you. Good morning. It's significant how much of a zing that is. And we can all be that zing. Brandy is grateful for being more deliberately conscious of making sure to drink enough water. My friend Anthony, who runs a number of big groups on Facebook, one about like several about psychedelics, and he was listing his tools of growth, and it was like meditation, somatic therapy, and one of them was like enthusiastic hydration or something like that. Interesting, Corey, about outer experiences associated with not being afraid of death? I don't know. I'm not afraid of death. That's been a problem in the past, that I'm a little too comfortable with it. I've had to kind of adjust my risk behavior so that I have more motivation to avoid death. Distilled water to drink? I don't think that Corey's saying that somebody said distilled water is the only way to go. I'm pretty sure that is scientific. That is not the consensus of the scientific community, but I don't know. Who knows? There's no such thing as consensus in the scientific community, but I believe distilled water is good for manufacturing type things where you don't want any minerals and things in them. I don't know. Mike is grateful that I don't wake up and make a mad dash to the liquor store anymore. Mike 2.0 wakes up now and has an amazing yoga sesh and leads an AA Zoom meeting every morning at 7 if anyone wants to join. Well, good for you, Mike. Nice to feel purposeful and healthy. That's fantastic. Good for you. Treasure saying, being an adrenaline junkie and edge play junkie is directly related to the addictive side of things and often used as its own sort of reward. It can be a slippery slope. Interesting. That doesn't apply to me. I'm not an adrenaline junkie or edge play junkie. I just was not so comfortable with other dimensional reality that I was not that passionate about this reality, and so had no real enthusiasm for staying alive. But that was definitely more significant when I was using more intoxicants, especially more significant journeying type experiences. Brandy's also grateful to be sober. So I'm going to be doing a new round of my Pink Path coaching program, and it's not for sober people, but I think I'm going to add into it some accountability, because I've had a number of people who are on sober journeys or starting them or considering them that have asked me about it would be cool to work together as I'm going through this stuff. So I had a nice phone conversation yesterday with someone who is interested in being coached, and it kind of gave me a nice kind of like kick in the pants in fact, that's my goal for today, is to get on the calendar. When am I going to do it? Good morning, John. Good morning. Treasure saying, I'm not a huge intoxicant user, but I use adrenaline instead. I'm grateful to be more grounded and realize I needed better strategies to cope. I hear you that. Well, Gerbot says, ooh, I like addictive things. Yeah, I'm really, right now my struggles are sugar, and I got to be really careful with my caffeine too. It creeps up on me of becoming dependent in sugar, man. I wish I could be more, all eating actually. I wish I could. I'm working on my conscious decision making around foods and not just grazing. Corey says, don't let the death talk fool you. I want to spend as much time as possible on this earth. Sometimes I feel that way. Sometimes I'm like, all right. Brandy says, I'm grateful that my gallbladder conked out, putting me in the hospital for over a week, and that's what safely brought me through the alcohol dependency. Well, I don't know if anyone here is going to Burning Man or has a Burning Man camp. Burning Man placement sent out messages to people the camps saying that they either got placement or they have conditional placement or they didn't get placement. So anyone that got placement, congratulations. And let's part of this Love Morning intention idea is that we can remind ourselves that we are capable of living in purpose by just being the version of ourselves that we want to be. So that is being kind, being present, seeking to be authentic, encouraging and supporting others as they are growing, and looking for things to be grateful for. So I am grateful for my brother who turns 50 this weekend. And I'm grateful for this practice of connecting with you. Right now, my plan is to leave town on Sunday, so I will be here tomorrow. And then it will be in the air as far as my travel plans go. But with that, let's start this day with a big hug. So wherever you are, let's give ourselves a big squeeze and feel connected in this moment. Feel me squeezing you as you squeeze me and all those that are here. And let's recognize this gift of consciousness, recognize that we have the ability to make little bits of difference in other people's lives, in the world, just little steps towards the best version of ourselves as we take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and you, beautiful ambassador of love, thank you for being here and a part of this Love Morning. I love you. Have a great Friday. If I don't see you, have a beautiful weekend. If I don't see you this weekend, have a beautiful next chapter until we cross paths again. But hopefully it's sooner than later. Bye. Hello, Lorian. Have a beautiful day. Bye, Corey, Brandy, Gerbot, Treasure, John, Faith, Crystal, Victoria. Bye, everybody.